heavier. Those military rounds he gave me. A little bit of
Alrighty guys, today we're going to be going over the CZ-82 pistol, chambered in 9x18 Makarov. It's got a 12+1 capacity, can be carried cocked and locked as it is here, or traditional double action, single action. Today we're going to do a little bit of shooting, do a little tabletop review, break it down for you, show you how it disassembles and assembles, and then we're going to do some chronograph results and some popular carry ammo. Alright, let's get to shooting. Alright, that's the CZ-82. Alright guys, we're just going to do a quick tabletop review here for the CZ-82. Then we're going to get into the Chronograph Test. Just want to show you how it disassembles real quick. As always, you want to make sure the pistol's clear, and you can see in the chamber it is. Just want to pull down on the trigger guard until it pops like that. And then you're just going to pull back on the slide and pull it right off, just like the old, like the Makarovs or PPKs or P64 that I did before, and that's it. That's your field strip pistol. One thing I'll get into right now, I suppose, while we got it apart, is this barrel. I'm not sure if you guys can see it so well in the camera, but it is a chrome line polygonal rifle barrel. It's one thing that just separates it from the other pistols in the class. That kind of rifling, coupled with the chrome lining to resist against corrosive ammo or being out in the elements, something that sets itself apart. Lends itself to accuracy as well, obviously, that polygonal rifling. Alright, we'll get into some of the talking points, the standard ones that keep me on track here. Cost, that's where this gun shines. This gun was brought into the CNR market in the US here in 2007. This gun I picked up just a few months ago for $220. It's available from a few different online retailers for that price. For that price, it's a tough gun to beat. It's very well built. This gun's in good condition. There's very few military guns that I've seen in my experience that are in the condition this gun's in. It's in fantastic condition, no doubt about it. Reliability, this gun's been 100% reliable for me through hundreds of rounds. Ran pretty much just crap ammo through it, steel case, Russian stuff, and then the Hornady rounds that we're going to be running here in a second on the chronograph. The trigger, the double action trigger on this gun is a little heavy. It's around 10 pounds, but it breaks real smooth. There's no stacking. As you pull back, it's consistent pressure the whole way. We'll put it on the trigger gauge here just to see what it is. My guess is it's probably going to be over the 10 pounds that this trigger gauge goes up to, probably somewhere around 11 or 12. But we'll find out. Moment of truth here. Let me get it down here a little bit further on the trigger, more realistic. Yep. As you guys can see there, it definitely breaks past the 10 pounds. My guess is it's somewhere around 12. But it's smooth, like I said. There's no real stacking. I was shooting it out there today. Double action, no problem. Definitely getting hits on target at any kind of self-defense handgun distance. Single action trigger's great. My guess is it's probably a little over 5 pounds. See you in a second. But yeah, just under. We broke right there at just under 5 pounds. Excuse me. And the trigger gauge. I guess while we're talking about that, this double action, single action trigger does have an ambidextrous safety. Can be carried cocked and locked. When the safety's on, the trigger doesn't work. When it's off, hammer falls. One thing though, is it does not have a decocker. I know some of the 9x18 rounds, guns rather, the surplus guns do have that. This gun does not. So if you load it up, your action magazine, you have to actually manually decock it. You'll carry that on the hammer. The hammer does have a large spur there that you can grab onto, give you a good purchase. If you're willing to do that, that's up to you. I'll leave that decision to you, but the option's there. Accuracy, this gun's very accurate. Like I was talking about that polygonal rifling. helps with that, as well as the barrel being fixed to the frame, obviously, with these straight blowback pistols helps with that. Weight, the gun weighs 28 ounces. It's an all steel pistol. It's very well made. Thing's built like a tank. Capacity is obviously 12+1. I think we stated that earlier. So it's got good capacity for the kind of gun it is. Definitely sets itself apart from the Makarovs, which are 8 or 9 rounds, and the P64, which I also reviewed. While we're on that, quick comparison here on the size. The P64 is much smaller. It's both shorter in the grip and in the barrel. But the big difference here is a single stack versus double stack magazine. Now what that does, a lot of people complain about the P64's recoil, which I talked about in that review video there. But the CZ, being much wider, distributes that weight, or the pressure during the recoil across a much larger section of your hand, and the felt recoil is much less than it is here on the P64 or some of the other Walther pistols, the straight blowback pistols, and Makarovs and so on. A couple other size comparison shots for you. We got a Glock 26 here, as you guys can see. This one's got a little bit longer barrel, a little bit longer in the frame as well. Side by side, I'd say they're pretty similar in terms of bulk. Maybe the CZ is a little bit wider. You make the call on that one. And then the Glock 19. Glock 19 is going to be probably, yep, it is a little bit larger, a little bit longer in the barrel, not much, a little bit. And obviously the CZ is going to be similar, a little bit wider, I think, is my guess, than the Glock 19. But similar size pistol. So definitely carryable. For the 12 rounds, you could use it as a duty or home defense pistol if you wanted to. The 9x8 round is becoming more and more popular here in America, and a lot of manufacturers are starting to make some good self-defense rounds for it. Buffalo, Corbon, Underwood's coming out with a round here in a few months. That's what the owner tells me. So we're looking forward to that. But there are some decent loads in the 9x18 round out there. That's about all I got, guys. If you guys have any questions for me on the CZ-82 pistol, let me know. Next up, we'll have the chronograph test for you. All right, thanks. Alrighty, guys, we're going to do the chronograph test with the CZ-82. We're going to do 2 rounds of each type of ammo. And we're going to be firing at a distance of about 8 feet. I'll zoom in on it here for you so you can see what we're working with. There you go. First 2 rounds are going to be those Hornady. We're going to go straight top from bottom. Hornady 95 grain XTP bullets, followed by the Silver Bear 94 grain hollow points, and then the Brown Bear 94 grain full metal jacket round. First up, Hornady XTP. 1,027 feet per second. 1,045 feet per second. Silver Bear. 1,101 feet per second. 1,114 feet per second. Lastly, the Brown Bear full metal jacket. 1,121 feet per second. 1,116 feet per second.